Hello everyone, Viva. This is Makani Talks, and today I'm so glad to be joined by Jason. Right?
Hello.
Jason?
Pleasure.
Thank you for coming, man.
Oh, thank you for having me and for previously showing me around the Mozambique Pavilion.
Sure. Mozambique Pavilion, have you been somewhere else?
Yes, I'd say including last time, I've been to the Italian Pavilion.
Okay.
I've been through most of the commons,
Okay.
and then at this point, I think I've probably seen the facade of most of the pavilions around the whole Expo.
I see.
So I think I've got a pretty good idea.
I see.
My favorite, but I would say that one of my favorite experiences has definitely been coming to the Mozambique Pavilion today.
Okay.
Not only because of the very colorful and interestingly arranged exhibit, but also having the chance to talk to people from Mozambique.
Okay.
Is something that I wish was much more possible throughout the Expo.
I see.
So it's been a very great experience.
What is the most interesting feature that you saw at Mozambique Pavilion?
The most interesting feature, I think for me, the part that interests me the most is these sections in the second half, which focus on ongoing developments and describing future research for agriculture, the water cycle in Mozambique, how to apply modern technology to address very pressing concerns.
Yeah.
Like for example, we have the app to identify crop diseases.
Yep.
Using drone technology in a way that benefits everyone for agriculture. I think one of the things that I find a little disappointing with the Expo as a whole is that the focus is on the world, yes, and each country that comes does a great job of kind of doing a little introduction for their country and culture and the landscape or what businesses they have going on. But as a whole, there's not really there's not much being addressed in regards to climate change and how much of an immediate threat it is to everyone. I see. But also a much more pressing threat for many countries throughout the world, more so in the global south. Yeah. So it was very heartening to see that Mozambique is speaking directly to applying this emerging AI technology and the continually developing things like drones, robotics.
That's true.
To address the very basic human needs as far as agriculture goes and water supply, which ties in directly to the ongoing climate change situation that we find ourselves in. So it was to me that was very impressive.
Most importantly, it's being done by young people.
Yes.
Like 17, 18 years old, which is remarkable, right? For us, Mozambique.
Absolutely. I think it's kind of a platitude. Everyone says that the country's greatest resource is its children, but here, you're showing it directly.
That's true.
Like, they not only are they the future, they are actively involved.
They're actually doing it.
They're doing it. They're like even outside of what you learn in school, it's applying and going beyond and growing in your interests. Okay. It's great. It's great to see.
Okay. Do you have an interest in AI and robotics?
AI is being very rapidly introduced into a lot of industries now. I find myself a bit pessimistic. Okay. However,
I would like to explore that. In what sense?
Well, I think we're at a point in which the technology is accelerating very quickly. Sure. And kind of, especially over the past 100 years, post the post growth of industry, post World War II especially. Yeah. whenever a new technology is found that's found to be, very iterative and profitable, we immediately just use it right away.
Yeah.
And try to get it into our economy as fast as possible. And in a lot of ways it's worked in the past, but I think what we're seeing now with AI is without really a lot of pause of caution to what is the human cost of this? What is the effect on education? What is the effect on our shared perception of reality?
Sure.
Because the way we're seeing it mostly used now and talked about is doing tasks in a way that can be used to replace, entry-level positions that would be used for students or college graduates.
Sure.
We're seeing it used for things like generative AI, which for art purposes, but is now very much used across the internet for deliberate misinformation about global events. Again, I hate to bring everything back to America, but at this point, most politicians are just going back and forth accusing us of AI.
Okay.
My point is, like we see in the back of the Mozambique exhibit, the discussion is about using AI for analytics and addressing municipal concerns.
Okay.
Starting at a very basic human level, how can we use AI to first improve our life in communities or as a country, as opposed to immediately just right off the jump going to use it for profit, no matter what the consequences are.
This is what capitalism does, right? We are living in a capitalist society, so can that be avoided?
The only way to avoid it is from whatever democratic means that we have. And when I say avoid, I mean there's no way to avoid it.
Yeah.
This technology is here to stay. The genie is out of the bottle.
We can soften the bad side of it.
I think absolutely. The issue is that would require large participation from normal people who maybe don't quite see it yet, but a lot of signs show could be very negatively affected by the present trend of this technology. So that's why I'm a little pessimistic, because really the driving hand are, kind of larger companies that just see a short-term profit without considering long-term effects that the technology as it exists now is doing. I mean, in 10 years, if we use AI and we solve or at least address the climate crisis, then I'll say, wow, I was wrong. This is great.
But there's also a concern. It's a very generalized concern.
Yes.
When it comes to AI. So most people believe that AI will be taking people's jobs. Do you believe that?
Oh, I mean, it almost certainly will. And this goes back to the Industrial Revolution of the 19th century, starting in Europe. Right at the time, there were the group, the Luddites, who were the people who their jobs were not just threatened, but immediately lost. And they would go out and destroy machines. And now, we're, especially when I was taught in school about that period of time, it was, they just hated technology. They were against technology. They destroyed the machines. But even at that time, there was a large call saying, okay, we recognize that what we do now can be replaced by machines, but, as a society, why are we, there's no plan for all these people being affected. We're just moving on, and everyone else just, tough luck.
Yeah.
And I think we're at a moment now where, as technology grows, certain jobs that people do are either simplified or replaced by technology. But I think especially countries like America or Japan, very economically strong countries, have really no excuse to let this go completely unchecked when just the capital and also their ability to just avoid debt.
That's true.
You have the ability to say, okay, maybe what you do now will not be totally necessary, but, we are a society, we're a large community, and we have the means for you to not suffer. I think it just comes to nobody really has to be poor. I'm sure some might argue about the details of that, but I think almost everyone is willing to work and contribute.
I see.
But when you just say, "Oh, well, we don't need you anymore," and just good luck, but bye. Like
it's like what's gonna happen to that person?
Exactly.
Plus another person. Because this sounds like a revolution, right? So everyone is trying to keep up with AI trends, which probably means less job for people. I don't know. Myself, I've never been analyzing this issue thoroughly to come to the conclusion that AI is going to take people's job. I'm not sure about that. But most people share this concern.
Yeah.
And as you can see in this pavilion, actually, this is a small representation of what Mozambican government is trying to do when it comes to technology, AI, robotics, and development. So this is a small demonstration. The government is trying to put the right platform where young people can actually lead research and innovation and development so that this can be transformed into actual development, like socioeconomic development. As someone who's concerned about the responsible use of technology in general, but precisely AI and robotics, what kind of risks you think us Mozambicans should observe when trying to move forward?
I'm just a guy that reads a lot of news.
Yeah.
Probably too much than is healthy. So I don't feel comfortable prescribing advice to an entire country, but I just think as a general rule in general is like any time you adapt or continue developing research into an emerging technology, I think the thinking should always be first the way that we are researching this now and our intended goals, how will this affect just normal working citizens, people living their daily lives.
Yeah.
I know investment in things are very important. No matter where it is, it should always start from the ground up. How will this benefit people?
Yeah.
I think too many times, especially countries that are very beholden to large moneyed interests, there's, I think, a kind of farcical notion that, if we just invest in the largest holders of capital, well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's going to help everyone, but the opposite is usually true. It's usually most people are kind of left behind as investment mostly goes to the top. So I think a lot of developing economies in the world have a great chance with this kind of early stages of AI development, in which where there's less beholden to huge corporate interests compared to, say, America. I think there's much more of a chance for that energy and enthusiasm to be pushed toward immediately developing tools, analytics, whatever it may be, to benefit the municipality through agriculture, industry, healthcare, directing, preventing or slowing down environmental disaster.
Sure.
It provides a great opportunity, and I wish that so many of these these huge groups across the world now are just kind of being allowed to take the ball and run.
Amazing.
Without really considering what is the effect of this going to be for most people in the world 10, 15, 20 years down the line, as opposed to next quarter.
Okay.
So I think Mozambique is in a great position to do great things.
Well, thank you for the advice. I mean, not really advice, but it's just your take, right? On what do you think of these kind of issues. So back to Expo Osaka 2025, and precisely back to Mozambique Pavilion.
Yes.
So you have highlighted the human element at the Expo, and you say you were quite impressed about, you were more interested in seeing the human interactions. So how do you feel the environment here at the Mozambique Pavilion when it comes to human contact?
Oh, well, I mean, just right off the bat, just coming right in, you know, everyone on the staff and volunteers are dressed so colorfully and smiling.
Oh, yeah.
And I've only just met you today.
Yeah.
And we've already talked.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Yeah. That's the beauty side of human beings, right?
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just to me the most exciting aspect of going to Expo was being able to interact and not just read, you know, kind of short curated facts
like
on the wall. Yeah, being able to really engage.
Yeah. So that said, would you recommend anyone to stop by at the Mozambique Pavilion?
I would recommend everyone to stop by the Mozambique Pavilion.
Okay.
It's not, like most pavilions. It's a window into a new culture with its own concerns, its own art and community, whatever. But the most important part is that you have people that are there that are ready to talk and kind of bring the exhibit to life, which to me was what this should all be about.
Jason, thank you so much.
I'm sorry for going on a little long, but
no, it's okay. Bro, it's okay. I mean, this is exactly what I expect. So thank you so much for stopping by and for giving me this interview.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Mozambique also appreciates. Thank you.
That's very good to hear. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I wish you luck with the rest of the expo and whatever else you do.
Thank you so much. You too.